below 50% of youth normally don't go in for leadership roles and all that. Most people from an interview say that they are not potentially good enough for it. But on the other hand, there's some few people that I spoke to, that students or youth that are in these leadership roles, they told me it will also enrich their leadership skills, improve their confidence level, and also open other doors for them. You're welcome to another fantastic episode of our channel where we get to talk to university students to talk about permanent issues and then find pivotal solutions to it and build our country and the world at large. And today on this episode, I have with me a member of the Interim Committee here, that's a colleague as well, who is Mohammed, and we'll be trying to also discuss a bit and ask questions and for him to just give us his take on leadership role in general. So I want to welcome Mohammed to our channel. Mohammed, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I hope everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
I hope the family is also doing well.
Everyone is doing well like this.
We thank God. So Mohammed, you're a member of the Interim Committee.
Yes.
So I just want to know the purpose of the Interim Committee. Why is there an Interim Committee? Or why do we, like a layman outside here, or even a layman outside university, a secondary school student or GIJ student who don't even know Interim Committee, what does it mean? What do they do?
So to start with, I'll thank everyone who is listening to us and to keep on following for more details. So to start with, Interim Committee is always set in schools, or even not in schools, in institutions aside school, set out to help maybe do something when there is, let's say it is a buy thing. If I say a buy thing, meaning that something is happening and we must get a management team, we must get a set of leadership team.
I'm not catching you short. When you say buy, is it one?
No.
An aside thing?
Aside thing.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
Aside thing, So maybe something is happening and we need an instant leadership to, make sure something is done. Then it is set up. So for instance, as an Ghana Institute of Journalism, we currently have an interim committee, which our duty was to make sure that we conduct elections to elect eligible SRC representatives to continue governing the Student Representative Council. So that is why that one was set, just to make sure that the elections was done. So it is not any permanent institution, permanent body that we set, but just to make sure that we conduct the elections.
Okay, I'm not catching you short, please. But two questions. Let me ask the first one. So, from my understanding from what you have just said, so Interim Committee is not a committee that is always there. It is being set at a particular time when the need be.
Yes. To just
maybe if something happens. So let's take this scenario. So for instance, we are in Ghana now, and maybe what do I put it? Is it our presidency? Something happens to an assumption. Maybe they need to our president to step down with his vice. And the understanding I'm getting from you, so which means we will now go in for an interim committee.
Yes. To just make sure that maybe the person will be, or the interim committee will take care of the governance of the country for some time before.
Which in other sense, it was supposed to be the president. Yeah. But now that he has stepped down because he has done something, that's why we have created the interim committee to do that. Okay.
They can create it either to let them continue governing the country for some time, or they can just set it to make sure that they elect a different president.
Okay.
You understand? Yes. So that's how the interim committee works.
That's how it works. Okay. So if you don't mind, and we ask, what is your role as you, Mr. Mohammed said here? What is your role in the interim committee? What do you actually do? Do you just go to sit in there to add up to the numbers and just air your view, or you have a particular role? Maybe you are the financial secretary, or maybe the general secretary. What actually is your role, if you don't mind?
Okay, so I was, let's take the Ghana Institute of Journalism interim committee that we set, for instance. I was part and I represented my constituency level 100. So my role there was just to represent level 100 and make sure that the views that level 100 students are having concerning the issue at hand that we wanted to say, which is electing new representative for the SRC. So I just went in to be the mouthpiece of the level 100 students. And when we got there, we gathered, we were 14 in number as the interim committee. So we set committees, subcommittees within it.
I'm coming, not cut you short again. And then, so from what you're saying, which means something happened.
Yes.
I'm not necessarily going to detail what happened though with the SRC, but which means something happened with the SRC,
yes,
and they need to step down. So elect new SRC. So the interim committee was created, as we have already learned,
yes,
and then your role is you represented all level 100 students to air their views or what they are lamenting on. Okay, you can continue, please.
So subcommittees were created after each member came from each own constituency. So we had members coming from level 200 diploma, and we had some coming from the debaters club and other institutions. So we came together and we had subcommittees within again. So I was part of the vetting committee just to make sure that we vet those who are interested in taking the SRC position. So we vetted them, and I was part of the vetting committee. So,
okay, so vetting has taken place.
Yes.
Okay.
So the vetting, we did everything, and we vetted. We had a number of students coming in for presidents, coming in for secretary and research. So we were also vetted them, and we had other committees too, who were to make sure the elections is done. We had some the financial committees, and we had different subcommittees within.
Wow.
So I myself, I was part of the vetting committee.
Okay, very well. So I just asked that basically for my audience or my viewers to get more understanding on the interim committee as we are discussing and your role on it. Okay, so to the next question, I want to ask what really motivated, was your first year student in Ghana Institute of Journalism, and you went in for an interim committee, you contested with a couple of people, and I must say on this record that I contested with, I was part of the contestant, but you won. And what really motivates and inspires you to go in for leadership skills? Because not everybody is interested in leadership roles. Others feel it's so demanding, it's so stressful. What really motivates you, keeps you going, that after so many years in school, through lower primary, upper primary, JHS, SHS, university, that maybe I'll say you just put everything off and come and learn, get your grades, continue with the profession. You are here with leadership roles again. So what really motivates you and keeps you going?
So leadership roles, I don't want to start from that. I started my leadership roles from the primary section up to now. And what keeps motivating me is that I always think we are in school and most people are not always interested in going in for leadership roles. And after all, we will get someone just to represent because we must have. And the person will go and what the students want or what we, the student, want, the person will not be doing it. And seeing myself as someone that I can vote myself to do it, I always try my best to go in so that I will just not go because we must have, but I will just go because there is something that person must do. So
that can be done.
That can
be watching. You said that if you are in an institution like GIJ like this and there are roles to go for and people are not going for the roles, and then no, you're not going for the roles because there are spaces to be filled, but you're going for the roles because there are things to be done. And since you think you can do it, why can't you go for it? I'm not contradicting you, but someone can be watching and saying that you are saying if you can do it. What if the person wants to go for leadership role, but he can't do it? You get it? For instance, going for SRC presidential position. Maybe, for instance, I want to be a leader. I want to occupy these leadership roles. but I can't do, or I can't be, I don't even know how to become an SLC and what it entails. So why do I necessarily go in for? That will even discourage me first. So what do you have to say on that?
Okay, so on that one, that is why it is always important to make a try. Sometimes we always sit and be like, I can't do it, and I don't think I can. We have specific people who are supposed to be occupying issues, and I'm not part, and I won't even bother myself. Sometimes we have to just take it as like, we must do it. It is part of the academic lane that we are following.
Okay.
We follow the lane, and sometimes leadership will be there. You understand? We don't have to be like, we have specific people who are always supposed to take leadership roles in our institutions. We must just make our mind that it is part of the schooling that we are schooling. Yes, it is part. And we must take it. You know, we go to school, as we came to university, there are some courses that we haven't tackled before.
Yeah.
Here, that's our first time of tackling those courses.
Yeah.
And you must do it because it is part of your academic.
You can't say let me take
sociology for instance.
Yeah, or maybe mass communication or advertising.
Yes.
I don't believe you did advertising in primary. Even if you did, it wasn't termed as advertising, and you did just a little bit of it.
Yes.
Do you understand? But now you are doing a whole different ball game altogether and termed advertising, and you're not running away from it, but you're still doing it
Because it is part of your
yes,
academic
you
calendar.
can't say no
So
to
we
it.
have to always make sure leadership too will be part of our calendar as those subjects that we are talking about right now. So if you try them, we have some people, they are just aside, but if you talk to them, you can get to know that they are potential leaders.
Yeah, but just that they want to set back.
But
They want to
they've not tried before, and they think it is for some specific people.
And when they try, they will fail and all that.
Yes, trying and failing is part of our daily life activities.
Wow. So we being on, sorry to cut you once again, we being on campus like this or even school and then going for groups. Let me ask you, what is your take on leadership qualities?